All right, good morning, good evening. I am Mindmore, and this is FTB Evolutions. That's going to be episode 31. So, last couple episodes, we've been, doing this, doing that. We got a little bit of mechanism going. We got some more seeds going. We got quite a bit of stuff done. We got another builder doing something else in the nether. We got that one running. We got some ancient debris. We now have some netherite as well. We have lots of resources coming in. We do. We have lots and lots of resources coming in. And I think, oh yeah, we did this. This thing is working intermittently. It does like maybe 2 or 3 cycles of working, and then 2 or 3 cycles of not working. So I haven't spent a lot of time working on that right now. But we've got one going, and that's the key. As long as we have one going, we'll be able to get some intro crystals to work on advanced AE. So it's all good. I will eventually figure this out and figure out why it's not actually functioning the way that the other one is. But we checked the chunk borders. We checked the claim stuff. I'm not 100% sure on why it's not always working, but sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those funny things. So today I think what we're going to do is we're going to do an RTP, which is a random teleport to something like 10,000 blocks away. And we're going to make an area. I want to make this far away from the base. Okay, tell them outback. Well, perfect spot, a desert. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, a desert seems like a nice area. We won't kill too much nature, I don't think. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. No, please don't do that. All right, so what's around here? Anything interesting? We have a ghost, a lost soul. Okay. We have a random bridge. Another random bridge. We've got 3 random bridges in the area looking at the map. So, hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I want to build a nuclear reactor out here, a Mekanism nuclear reactor. We're 3,000 blocks away. I think that should be enough. I think. If we look at the map and scroll out a bit, yeah, we're definitely, so this is where our base is. Here's a random location I picked for doing some mining. And this is where we are now. So I think that's going to be far enough away if the nuclear reactor decides, or the fission reactor decides to explode. So that's going to be all right. So we will probably do it right here. Yeah, we will probably do it right about here. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here. We're going to set a waypoint. So set warp and then mechanism reactor. All right, then we're going to warp home. We're going to go in here. We're going to grab a bunch of cobblestone. You know what? We'll do it in deep slate. That's what we'll do. We'll do it in deep slate. Deep slate looks nice. And do we have any construction sticks? We do. Okay, so we'll take this one and those 2. Do we have our backpack on? We do not have our backpack. Okay, we'll get our backpack. And put that on our back. Oh, I can't put that because it's got there. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, so we picked up the construction sticks. They're in our backpack now. Nice. Okay, so let's do warp mechanism reactor. Let's destroy that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to build a little platform. And we're going to go up 1, up 2, and then we're going to go across. Actually, I don't need that bottom part. So let's do that again. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come out. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. We're going to destroy the corners. Oops, not that one. Didn't mean to destroy that corner over there, but... Okay. And then from here, we're going to come out. Oh, no, not that. That's the configurator. Come out of here a little bit. We're going to give ourselves lots of room. Then we need to find a place to put all the waste as well, too. So we're going to have to think about that. We're going to have to go home and sleep in a minute because we're going to have friends show up. We don't exactly feel like having friends right now, so not having a party, no get-togethers, nothing like that. Oops. Okay, so we are... Ow. Cactuses are rude. All right, so let's come over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to change that set warp. And we're going to do that up here now. So now when we come back, we'll be on top. All right, so warp home. We're going to... Oh, I don't have any food. Let's see, what do I want? Let's get some bacon sandwiches. Okay, so we'll take the 10 that we have. Can I make 100? I can make 100. Good. Okay, so we'll have some extras. Excuse me. What did we come back home for? I came home to get probably some more deep slate. Grab a little bit more. Oh yeah, and to sleep. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to sleep so that we don't have any friends there. All right, so warp mechanism reactor. Oh, it's nice and bright. That's awesome. Want to go here. Grab this. I know it's just going to break as soon as we use it, but that's okay. There we go. Get them used. Okay, let's grab the next one. All right, so what does this look like? If I go J. Okay, so we just need to fix that side over there for now. Let's do that. We're going to have to fill in something underneath here. This is going to be nasty down here. This is going to create a lot of mobs underneath here. You know what? It probably won't because I'll fill it in with lights afterwards. So let's go home. Let's get some lights. I'm going to have to do something about having to get system over there so I don't have to keep going back. I might have to get into the quantum stuff. So at least I can get, the terminal and access to all the stuff. So we may have to get into the quantum era of applied energetics or extended AE or whatever it is. I can't remember. I wanted to get some lanterns. 79, so that'll work out nicely. Mechanism reactor. Okay. So let's grab those. Okay. Here. 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 Because these have a very wide range, so I don't think I'm going to need too many of them. Oh, nice cave right there, too. There we go. That should light everything up quite nicely underneath, at least. Okay, let's have a bacon sandwich. Okay, so now that we've got a nice little area here, and right in the middle of it, claim this area as ours. Look at that, almost a perfect thing within those. Almost. We need a little bit more on this side. Maybe 4 or 5 rows or something like that. On this side. A couple more. Yeah, one more. One more and it'll look right. Yep, there we go. That looks good there. A little bit down on the other side, but make it like a perfect square into the middle, right? Two more, maybe 3. Yeah, I went a little too far, so let's do one more on the top. Maybe 2. I don't know. Should be a big enough area for what we need to do. We're going to be doing polonium pellets and antimatter probably here too. And that side over there looks, yeah, we're missing one little corner. I didn't even notice that. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so let's warp back home. And let's look at see what we need for the quantum ring. All right. Get rid of that. We were almost out too. Wow. Quantum. All right, so we're going to need printed quantum circuits. We're going to need a quantum inscriber press. We're going to need lots of singularities. Uh-oh. How are you doing over here, Mr. Singularity Processor? You don't look like you're doing too well. How many do I have? Singularity. I have 6. Okay, so that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it at all. All right. All right, so we have one face here and one face up there. So if I shift this, so now I can get 2 faces on there, or 3, I should say. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to need another one of these matter condensers. Do two more of those. Now, what do we have for sinks? We have 6. Okay. We need some mechanical pipes. We need alloys. 1, 2. And we're going to need importers. I need some of those. And we're going to need 64K drives. That's what we're going to need. 64K drives. Let's do 6 of them. The matter ones. We might do a few more, just so we can build these up faster. Are you in here? Where are you? You sound very loud. Oh, there you are. What are you here for, and what are you offering? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I put that necklace on. Sorry. They were too loud. We were having a nice quiet moment and everything was going well. And then they decided to come around. So, you know. Yeah, we're just not going to talk about it. Where are my drives? Are my drives being made? My drives are being made. 84%. All right. We're going to have to get a bunch of singularities before we can start on this. So that's what we're preparing for right now. Oh. Okay. So the reason we need the drives is the drives are required, or the storage component is required to make a singularity. You need 256,000 items or item types that gets pulled in, and then it gets compressed into a singularity, and then that's what you get. So we need a lot of singularities to get into the quantum stuff. So that's why I'm starting this process first before we actually do the mechanism thing. We have 1,400 matter balls, so that's great for when we get into the matter storage. But we don't really need that right this minute. All right. 84, you're still on 84%. What is your problem here? I hope you're not doing what you did before, or you're just bugging out for some reason. No, you're not bugging out. You are busy doing this. Okay. And you're busy, and you're busy. Okay. So you're doing your stuff. Why does that say 0? Why do these have no power? I don't know. Not exactly sure why that says that. You're full of power, so you're okay. Yeah, you're fine. All right. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put everything on pause right now, because I need to wait for everything to. Well, actually, we can get started on the matter stuff right now. Go down here. Do the matter stuff over here. Do I have any temporary blocks? I have that. So we'll put this here. We'll figure out how we want to get this done. Put that there. Close that there. I think right here is where we'll put the import bus. Yeah, because then we can drag it back along the wall there. And then we're going to set up our sink and cables. We can put our sink maybe right here. We're going to run our mechanical cables. Yeah, so we can do everything but that one face. We need this thing here. Okay, and then do this. And we're going to tell it we want to compress into singularities. We can't do anything yet because we don't have the drive. We'll just have to wait for that. But this looks good. Okay, and then we'll put another one here. I don't know if 2 is going to be enough. We may have to make a larger area to do this. And I can put a sink right there. Extract. You're going to be condensing into singularities. Importer on that side. Here. This here. This one. And this one, this is sort of like a, I guess, an in-between, because you can use liquid to create singularities, because liquid counts as an item type. So it's kind of a cheapy way of doing it, but especially when you get these pipes and you get them all upgraded, it works quite well, actually. I know this one's a little bit tighter than the rest of them, but that's okay. Here, polarity, and 2 for extract. Yeah, that's about right. Here, extracted. Okay. I'll probably destroy this area here. We can put 2 more down. Okay, so we should be able to do another one right here. You know what, we'll move it to there, and then we'll put one here. That should work. No, it's not going to be just a little too close. Okay, and then one. Can I put one here and it won't interrupt where I'm walking? I don't think so. Yeah, I should have one little spot here to walk in, or I can walk around them. So that's fine. It's not like it makes a big deal. I don't really care what this looks like, if it's organized or not. Clearly, we already know that. Okay, so I need to destroy this. Oh, I've been putting one on all 4 corners. Oh my god. I'm not even thinking here. I'm sure someone is probably going, dude, what are you doing? So that one's open there. We'll open up this one. So there, 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 and there. These ones have them on the far side. Okay, good. Okay. So there. 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 And no, I don't need to take that one out. All right. Okay. Okay, so that stuff should all be online. They should be all ready. Good. Right, you're online. Oh, you're not even connected. Okay, you're connected. You're connected. You're connected, and you're connected. Okay, good. I don't know how we did that, but we did it. All right, are you done? Still at 84%. Okay, let's try it again because for some reason it doesn't want to work. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. All right, so we go in here. We make sure we're set on singularity. We can slap that in there, and it'll start counting up. See? Look at that. So remember how fast that's going, right? It's going at a decent rate, right? And then we'll upgrade the pipes, and then we'll show you how actually fast it goes. And that was actually set wrong, so we lost a little bit there. Okay, you're building up. Set on singularity. Set on singularity. Okay. All right. I need some. I don't want to use one of these down here, so see if this works right here. It does a decent job. Not the greatest, but all right. So let's grab this and let's grab this. Get that. Get that. Get that. That. And that. So we don't have any other red pipes here. No, we're good. Okay. Upgrade to that. 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 You're not even hooked up. That's hilarious. Okay, so now that's going. Now take a look at this. Look how fast that's going now. That's a lot faster. So now we're set on singularities. We just need to give it some time now. I mean, I could go and put like about 10 of these down, like 10 more on top of this, and then it would go even faster, but we can do other things right now while we're waiting for singularities. Like I could go start working on Ortec or something else, right? So it's already 1 bar in. Look at that. We barely even started. Right, so it'll build up in time. So we'll figure out something else to do. Or I can just, let this game run for a couple hours and we'll see where we are. We have 6 singularities now, and then we'll see what we have future. What else do we need to get started on? I might want to start on some R's, or not exactly sure. I know I need to we need to definitely get Mekanism before we start going too hard on any more mods that require power. Our thermo setup is pretty good, but it's not the greatest. I guess I could get into Powa's reactors and build a couple rows of reactors, but I'm not sure I really need it. Actually, well, these are all backed up with power. Like you're backed up with power. You have 8. You're going to have a capacity of 8 million FE in your backup. Holy moly! And then we've got 131 million, and then that's just giga FE. Should really make that battery thing from Mekanism, the induction matrix. And we could just store all this power that we're making in excess. And have, well, you know what? I'll probably put that over at the area with the reactor. That's probably what I'll do with that. All right. So we're basically at time. So I'm gonna thank y'all for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me and it helps the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.